Not soliciting anything. We do not have permission to be here. We're doing it anyways type shit. YouTube boys, whoever's interested, please pull up respectfully. We'll be here for the next probably hour and a half type shit, as long as the weather permits. We're gonna sit down and get right into it right now. Whoever wants to come up and get advice, we're gonna give it to them type shit. Where are you from?
I'm from Queens, New York, Rochdale, we represent, you know what I'm saying?
Where in New York are you from?
South Bronx.
I'm from Queens, New York. I'm Richmond Hill.
Where are you from? You're from Queens?
I'm from Queens, yeah.
You're from Queens?
Yeah.
Nice.
From Westchester, up north.
You're from Westchester. It's okay, from the sticks.
Yeah, I'm from Boston.
Sydney, Australia.
Oh, you're from Australia?
Yeah.
Poughkeepsie area. Brooklyn.
Where are you from?
Mexico.
Oh, you're from Mexico?
Yeah. I'm from Australia.
Another from Sydney?
Yeah. I'm from Mexico City.
Oh, you're from Mexico City?
I'm from here, proud New Yorker.
Nice.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Where are you from?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Oh, you're from Houston. We were just in Houston literally last week. That's crazy.
Nice. Man.
Nice. Brooklyn. You from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
New York City.
You're from New York?
Yeah.
Nice.
Great neck, respectfully.
You can ask me anything you want. I will give you my honest answer. You tell me something and I'll tell you something. Call it any dilemmas that you're having in your life, any crossroads that you're at that you might need a second opinion on. I just need some fucking water, bro. Oh my God. What's up, my brother? You need free advice? So you're also from Mbox, like an M and then a box. Mbox. Yes, I was born. That's my name. My mother gave me M and then box. First name M, last name box.
Oh, that's so cool.
Respectfully. You guys need advice? All right, who's next? If you're interested, take a seat and we can talk.
Nice watch, by the way.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. Audemars Piguet, do not fuck around, respectfully. What's your name?
Calvin.
Calvin? Yeah. Nice to meet you, Calvin. Mbox.
Mbox.
Mbox, like M and then a box after.
All right.
Shit. Where are you from?
New York City.
You're from New York. Where in New York are you from?
South Bronx.
South Bronx?
Yes,
Very
sir.
nice.
Yes,
What
sir.
brings you to Washington Square Park?
I'm taking a long walk. I'm actually coming from the Bronx, so I walked all the way from the Bronx.
No way you walked all the way from the Bronx here.
Every day, bro.
Say wallahi.
Wallahi.
Bro, that's insane. You walked from the Bronx to Washington Square Park.
Every day.
Okay, so you said you're from the South Bronx. You're here in Washington Square Park. You're just here kind of just walking and meditating and just kind of thinking about life, reflecting?
Yeah, I tend to do that every day. Is this like a religious thing, by the way?
No
Or
religious,
just
no
advice?
propaganda,
Any
no
advice?
incentive, any advice at all. It could be anywhere. You could take it any way. Sexual, financial, emotional, spiritual, religious, whatever you want.
I don't have any question in mind. I don't know, I just came to say hello, you know?
Hello. I consider myself a philosopher of sorts too. I'm probably more of like along the lines of like a criminal. Our content is like car content, so we like drive fast and like drive nice cars and stuff. That's kind of like our YouTube platform. What's the word, my brother? Pull over, take a tracker out the rim.
For sure.
Respectfully.
No, I think I'm good. I just wanted to see what was going on.
Nice to meet you, Calvin. Yeah, search on YouTube, Squeeze Benz, okay? All right, who's next? What's the word, my brother? All right. What's your name?
My name is Jaden.
Jaden. And where are you from?
I'm from Queens, New York, Rochdale, we represent, you know.
Okay, cool. I'm a huge fan of Queens. My barber, I actually have to go see him. He's in Jamaica right now. Best barbers 100%. The Dominican barbers, watching the chicken fights and shit. You already know those are the best barbers for sure.
I make music too. I go by Josh 16. That's what I go by. I was going to ask for advice on the music and everything like that. Finding yourself in the music lane and everything, because as a producer, it's very hard to find a sound without fitting every artist's criteria. You can't fit every artist's criteria. I want to be an artist, but right now I'm just a producer. I make Jersey music. I make that hood trap type vibe. I make Detroit stuff. I make everything.
And how old are you?
I'm 19, just getting started. I believe in myself. I believe in what I'm doing and everything like that. I just figure out what I want to do with it for real.
Respectfully. I do more like Detroit style music, like Rio the Young OG. That's like he's like my role model and like my father type shit. In terms of being an artist and coming up as an artist, the best advice I could give you is really, and I'm sure you've heard this a ton of times, but it's to stay consistent. You have to find a niche, you have to find something that you're good at, and you have to stick to it. If you stick to it for 3 to 6 months straight every day, you're gonna see progress. And if you don't, then there's gonna be some outliers and some variables that you would really have to account for. You wanna find a team, you want to assemble a team, you want to make an Instagram and make a YouTube, and you have to start posting consistently. Music is probably, in this day and age, in this industry, it's probably about 40 to 50% music, and the other 50% is marketing. So it's about how you promote the song and how you promote whatever you're releasing. You got to captivate an audience by any means necessary. So for my specific niche in my market was cars. That's how we figured we could make shit work. We had taken the fast driving and the police chases and all that stuff, put my music in the video, and all of a sudden people started shazamming that, and that's how I got my initial break. But once again, staying consistent is the most important thing. I had been trying a whole bunch of different stuff, a whole bunch of different methods for years, and once again, this is the first one that worked. We probably started realistically a year ago, and we've been very consistent, but us being out here right now, we're continuously trying to reinvent ourselves and come up with new ways to captivate our audience and stuff like that, you know? Jaden, it was great to meet you, my brother. All right, how we looking? It's good? How's the audio? All right, don't fuck around. Respectfully, we are here with, what's your name?
John Carlos.
Juan Carlos?
John Carlos.
John Carlos. Okay, Jon or Juan?
J-I-A-N.
J-I-E-N.
A-N.
J-I-N.
Yeah.
Hyun.
Yeah, kind of Gian, but like the way my mom says it is like Gian, so I just
Gian.
kept it.
Okay, so like
kept it
Gian Carlos.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. But the J is not silent. You actually say you use the J.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. And where are you from?
I'm from Queens, New York. I'm Richmond Hill.
Okay, nice. Okay, so
Shout out to my people in Richmond Hill.
Respectfully, once again, Jamaica is where legends are made. A lot of the greatest artists, businessmen, and everything in between, they all stem from Richmond Hill. You know, literally, I know so many goated people from that area. What brings you to Washington Square Park today?
My friends invited me. I had nothing to do, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. Let me just go and link up with my friends. I haven't seen them in a while.
Respect.
So
yeah, literally, it's been a cold winter. I'm not gonna lie, but it's supposed to be a spicy summer. But yeah, so talk to me. Do you have any questions or anything that you need advice?
The question I have for you is, what advice you can give somebody that's in their 20s?
I can give you a few different things. The most important thing that I wish that I knew, let me get the geek bar realistically, I'm gonna need it for this answer. But the most important thing that I wish that I knew in my 20s, don't loan people money. If I would have known that, I would probably be up another $500,000 or $1 million by now, realistically. Do not loan people money, and do not trust people too much. You give someone an inch and they're gonna take a mile. Don't necessarily go into business with your friends. Sometimes it's better to keep your friendship as a friendship and not, you know, a business relationship, because a lot of the times money can be the thing that fucks up a friendship, fucks up a relationship. You know, I've lost so many good friends because I loaned them $1,000, or because, you know, whatever the case is, I wanted to do some sort of business venture with them. That's definitely, in terms of just life, that's definitely the best thing, and the thing that I wish that I knew when I was your age. Just once again, just be smart about your money and your investments. You have to be responsible with your bread. Treat every dollar like it's the last dollar that you have, you know? The most important thing I would say for coming up as you're starting to stack bread, and, you know, just once again, be Jewish. Be very cheap and conservative with your finances.
I have another question.
What's up?
How do you know you're in the right path?
That's a great question. You want to do something that you enjoy, something you're happy with, and once again, that could be if you're making money in that specific niche or whatever job you're working, and that makes you happy. If money is enough to make you happy, then you're doing great where you're at. You know, it took us years, me and Blex and all of my friends, years to kind of figure out what we wanted to do and the path that we wanted to take, and I think we're finally on the right one. You know, I think the car stuff and the YouTube stuff is something that we really enjoy doing, and, you know, now that we're starting to make money off it and all that stuff, it definitely feels like the right path. I'm not sure though. Once again, everybody, this is all our first time in life. This is the first time I've ever been alive. It's the first time you've ever been alive. You know, we're all trying this stuff out. We're all making mistakes, and we're all learning as we go. So being happy is definitely the most important thing.
Yo, what's up,
brother? What's your name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian, nice to meet you, gang.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from? You're from Queens?
I'm from Queens, yeah.
You're from Queens?
Yeah.
Nice. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21?
Yeah.
Cool, very cool. So you had heard about me before? You'd seen me?
Yeah, bro, I've seen you in like licenses videos. I've heard your music before, you know, I've seen you around.
Respectfully. Yeah, the car scene is definitely my niche. That's what we're trying to capitalize on right now.
I'm in trade school right now. Like I said, I'm 21 years old. I'm trying to get my life on track. I go to school for automotive technology, so I'm going to be fixing cars for the rest of my life. And I'm trying to figure out like what other things I can do to build a foundation on top of that, so I can actually become successful.
And you like doing cars? Cars is what you want to do, realistically?
Yeah.
You already know how I feel about it. I love cars. You know, that's definitely my passion and shit too. In this day and age, social media is a great place to, you know, if you want to make some side money and, you know, start building a platform and a foundation with that. There's a bunch of different stuff you can do. You can sell drugs, you can rob, you can steal, you could do honestly anything. anything, you know, whatever you can do to make $1. Yeah, I honestly want to do something similar. I want to open a shop too, hopefully in the next few years. What I would say then, if that's the case, it seems like you have a good idea of what you want to do. The most important thing is to stay disciplined, stay consistent, you know, don't wake up too late, don't be lazy, and rather than just, you know, something that I struggle with a lot, I talk about the stuff I want to do rather than actually doing the stuff I want to do, you know? So write down ideas, write down all the ideas that you can develop and you can grow on, and actually take initiative. It's really important to, you know, it seems like you have a good group of friends around you. Assemble a team, really figure out who's going to be here for the long haul, who's going to be a long-term, you know, a long-term friendship rather than, you know, just focusing on chilling and, you know, smoking weed or whatever it is. Staying consistent, staying disciplined, and paying attention to who's around you, coming up, you know, writing ideas down, getting ideas actually solid and locked in, and setting goals for yourself and sticking to them. You know, that's the most important thing I would say. All right, you're the man, Sebastian. All right, I'm gonna see you soon. Damn, we should have got water, bro. Fuck. We should have got water. All right, my brother, I'm gonna see you guys soon. I just need some fucking water, bro. Oh my God. What's up, my brother? You need free advice? All right. Damn, I really need water, bro. What's up, boys? You want free advice? Respectfully, come over here.
What's up?
What's your name?
My name's Cameron. What's your name?
Cameron Mbox. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Westchester, up north.
You're from Westchester. Nice. Okay, from the sticks.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 15.
Oh, you're 15? Mm-hmm. What are you guys doing out here? What brings you to Washington Square Park?
We're just walking around, kind of. We're getting food and all that. Got our haircuts.
Respectfully. You guys all from Westchester? Yeah. Nice. You guys heard of Squeeze Benz?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my team type shit.